Yes, for those of you who think Leo is probably a little bit crazy for coming out here in the middle of nowhere like this in a 20-year-old truck, and that's a lot of faith to put in a 20-year-old truck, I can't really argue with your logic. You're right. Little bumpy, little bit. Right here is where we're going. This is the first one. This one's the Lackey Cemetery. Look at this. Look how pretty. Little canopies down there. Little pavilions where you can get under out of the rain, out of the weather. We are, as you can see, way out here on top of a mountain in southern West Virginia. And I'm out doing some recording and documenting of some of these old mountaintop graveyards, and just out here in the middle of nowhere in the woods on a mountaintop. And this one here, you come up by trail, and it's half dirt road, half trail. I've had to switch into four-wheel drive 3 times coming up, so you're not going to get a car up here in, you know, normal. Unless it's really dry, you might. If it's, you know, real dry conditions, you might get a car up here if it's not real low. But this graveyard here, if I'm not mistaken, there were 13 or 15, I'm not sure, open requests on Find a Grave for pictures of and video of family members in this graveyard. And so we thought we would come out here today and look around, and none of this graveyard, as far as I know, is actually, it's recorded, the graveyard, Lackey Cemetery, but as far as I know, very few of the graves are actually on Find a Grave. So, you know, none of these descendants of these people will be able to find them. And Dingus, the town that we're nearest to, if you want to call it a town, it's just a little skinny road with a few houses here and there, you know. Back in the day, though, Dingus was a boom town, you know, because of coal, and the railroad came through, and, you know, people came and took all the jobs, you know, the coal mines and the railroad and all this kind of thing. And later on, after the coal boom, you know, it bust, you know, after the bust, all of the living folks moved away, left all of the deceased folks behind. And there's all sorts of grandchildren, great-grandchildren, you know, so on, that have never seen Grandma's grave, for example. So we're going to document this one, and we'll update Find a Grave on the ones that have open requests and put the rest up. And future generations will be able to see this. They'll be able to find their family members because of, you know, coming out here. And I will be camping nearby, just off of, it's a wildlife management area here, Laurel Lake WMA. So I'll be camping just off of their land. You know, it's a state agency. You know how that goes. We might let a crime go, but yeah, we'll hang you for camping on our land. So we're not going to do that. But anyhow, I guess without further ado, we may as well get to work and start documenting all of these people. You know, we can't bring them back, but we can give them a voice for just a moment, you know, and kind of going through the history. You know, Heather starts filing through the history of, you know, all of these people. You know, for all we know, there are some really interesting characters here. You know, I've said before, you never know who you're going to meet in a graveyard. This one here is Hall's. Ernestine she's a 21. This is a recent one. October 16th of 1947 to March 6th of 21. And John Hall, October 23rd of 1945, and no death date. So it says Granny Grump. Ernestine must have been a character, huh? Somebody's brought her all kinds of little things, and the Granny Grump. Look here. Look at that face. She looks like she's a big goofball. I think I'd like her. She looks like she's probably a fun person. Rest well, Ernestine. This one's a pretty recent one as well, 21. Just imagine, you know, how holding services up here on top of a mountain. And you got porta potties over there, and a couple more down on the end down there. I just thought this one was a really pretty one. I've been up here before, but I've never documented this graveyard before. I brought Heather up. There's a big flat not far from here. There's a huge strip mine that, you know, they've been gone for years. But they make these huge, great big flat areas back on top of the mountains. And, you know, we used to come up here and fly giant kites. And I brought one just in case I had time. I doubt I will. But just in case I did have time, I brought a 30-foot-long dragon kite. That one just says Rebecca Bailey. Someone's written it on there with a Sharpie. It says Rebecca Bailey. And that side says nothing. Lily Mae White, 1935 to 1994. Johnny White. Hang on. I'll go up between them here. I don't like to step on. Johnny White, 1928 to 1992. And John D. Sarton, was born February 27th, 1973, and passed away January 24th, 2007. This one is Pauline Runyon White, born in 1948 and passed away in 2012. It says, Mother, take my hand, precious Lord. In loving memory, William Lackey Jr., 1962 to 1996. And you can see there's one there that's not marked. There's one here that's not marked. I would imagine there's quite a few in here that aren't marked. But that's all these on this end of the little shelters. We'll go on down to the lower end. I think the lower end is presumably older. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? Oh, that one's cool. Rebecca Bailey has with a Sharpie. It's got like 2 poles for like flags or something. And 2 little pipes sticking up where you can put flowers or something. Look at this. It's interesting though, after it's all said and done, when you go back home and, you know, you start going through old historical documents and, you know, find out some of the things some of these people did and who they were, you know, good or bad. It's still interesting. Look at that one. It's pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Got his hunting dog and his gun. This is Truman, Bud, Baby Doll, Gladys, Eva, Muriel, Helen, Carson, Cole, Lib, and Jimmy. There's a baby. Yep. 1952 to 1952. Robert Lee Lackey. Let me kind of go between them. I'm assuming these are children here because they're all really short. This looks like a row of children right here. Pretty sure. Raymond Joseph Lackey. No birth or death dates. But someone's bringing them Christmas stuff. Rufus Lackey. Yeah. May 10, 1942. May 10, 1942. Says asleep in Jesus. Ruth Lackey, May 10, 1942. I bet these are twins. Ruth Lackey, same exact thing. Asleep in Jesus. I bet they were stillborn twins. That would explain a lot too. The flowers match, the crosses match, and the headstones match. Jean Lackey, 7755 to 7755. Sounds like this family had a really hard stretch in the 40s and 50s. Raymond Lackey Jr., 62756 to 71473. Look at that. This one just says Bunny. Nothing else, just Bunny. Huh. Oh wow, look at those. I know it's a cemetery and I know it's really strange, but I turned around and looked at that and just thought, man, it is really beautiful. It really is, isn't it? Look at those. Beautiful place. I guess if you're gonna have to be buried somewhere, it's about as good as any, isn't it? You ain't gonna get much better and peaceful, that's for sure, because there is nothing else around. This is Beulah Faye Lackey Clark, 1951 to 2010. That one says in Sharpie, Edward Lackey, 1900 to 1984. I don't believe I got that one, did I? Price Lackey, 1940 to 1990. Edward Lackey just has a cross on it. William Lackey, 1906 to 1971. This is Betty Lackey, 1903 to 1973. There's the ones with the sprays on them. Let's see. Homer Mead, no date. Solomon Lackey, 1913 to 1930. Elder James Lackey Sr., 1869 to 1946. Though lost to sight, to memory dear. It's pretty, isn't it? Even though you can't see them, they're still a dear memory. And that's really pretty. I like that. Let's see, we got those. I'm going down right here. Elizabeth York Lackey, 1883 to 1952. And here's Elder James. Ishmael Lackey, 1915 to 1968. Passed away 4 months. I was 4 months old when he passed away. Huh. Wild, isn't it? 55 years. And Louise Lackey, 1919 to 2008. Now this is the older section for sure. I was thinking the older section was on this lower end, but it most certainly is. And there's another vet right there too. There's a flag on it, and I see an Army logo. One-year-old. Those are hard. Muriel Lackey, 1944 to 1945. 1 year old. Okay, we got that part. We start down here. And we'll work our way backwards. No name. No name on either side. And that one's just a stone too, a field stone. These are the same. All 4 of these are like that. No name. See if there's anything written. Nope. Look at that one. Known to God. Wow. Oh my God, there's more of them. Known to God. That's all they say. Known to God. Look at that, guys. Known to God. Look at these. These are little ones too. These are children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's harsh, ain't it? Very proud U.S. Army vet. Unknown Unknown, unknown, unknown. Wow. Now these you can tell they have been here a long time. Look at that. 1840. That's gotta be. Look at that. We'll get to that in a second. That's old military. 1840 to 1930, 21. That's interesting. Here's a little short one. Right here's the footstone. Known to God. You can tell these have been here a while. For that to grow right in the middle of them. They've been here a long time. This is definitely the oldest section here for sure. Pricey Lackey. Solomon Lackey. Solomon Lackey, Company F, 5th Regiment, West Virginia Infantry. March 28th, 1840. That's our anniversary, Heather. To August 3rd, 1921. We're going to have to look this one up. For sure. I got a feeling Solomon did something, y'all. Known to God. Little short one again. Known to God. Known to God. Known to God. And look at all these little short ones right here. Hard to take, ain't it? You know, this is someone's children. A lot of them. Look how short. That is not an adult's grave. Neither is this one. I'm just really glad that somebody cared enough to come down here and mark some of the ones that they knew. You know? That's really cool. Of whoever did that, whoever did this, you know, thank you. You did good to just come out here. I'm assuming this is all family that's done this, and the crosses and everything. It's beautiful though, isn't it? It's a beautiful place. Charles Chaffins. Violet, V-I-L-E-T. That's all I can read. Villet. It's got a cross too. Jane York. Born 1880, June 20th, 1880. Passed away February 1st, 1800. Something wrong. I'm assuming that's 1900, which would make Jane York 20 at the time of her death. 20-year-old. No name. Look at that. It's pretty, isn't it? Somebody's put gummy bears. We'll leave them. It's family that's done it, so we'll leave it. This one is Anthony Ray Fitzpatrick, 1949 to 2005, and Elizabeth, 1952, with no death date. So she could most certainly be still around at 1952. Look at the back of that one. It's beautiful, isn't it? Deer, a couple going to church. That's pretty, isn't it? This one presumably is a infant, a newborn, because the whole thing is only like 2 feet long, 3 feet long. Pretty little spot by the tree, though. The center one has no name. You can see there's a couple. It's a big paw print. Oh, these are pets, guys. These are pets, family pets, that have been brought out here and put in the family graveyard. This is Casey. It says January 4th, 1999. Faithful, 19 years. That one has nothing but, a couple. You can see the paw prints in concrete. And this one says, in memory of Maggie, 2000 to 2018. Rest in peace. 3 beloved family pets buried with the family. How cool is that? Okay, well, I guess I've got to head back up to the truck now. I've got to go find me a spot someplace before it gets dark on me. Get set up. I've still got more to do, but we got this one done anyway. We got one so far. Okay, guys, we'll see you at the next stop, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this little trip. We'll see y'all in a minute. What do you think, guys? That'll do quite nicely, won't it? I've actually been here too, believe it or not. I came up that way, hiked up from the bottom end. Hiked up the dam here. I've came up this way before. But I thought I'd come down here and just check this one out. It's an old, it's a retention pond. Well, not old. About 20 years ago, something like that. I'm off of the WMA's property. I'm on old strip mine land. From, decades and decades ago. They've been gone. They've cleaned up everything, and, the coal company's long gone by now. Got dinner started. It's not quite frozen, but not exactly thawed either, so we'll start them off slow and let them thaw a little bit. Here in a minute I'll bone it, and, all that good stuff, and get it cooked down real good. And I'm going to make me I brought everything I needed to make some homemade dumplings and gravy. We do have one thing going for us, don't we? We're getting there. Alright. Hi, y'all. Got my thick batters mixed up for my dumplings. And got just a little tiny bit of milk in there. And a handful of the seasonings. We'll add the rest later, season to taste. You know, I just kind of ballparked it with the seasonings, so I don't want to get too carried away. But look how pretty, how yellow. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. It just looks really good. By the way, check that out. Look at the dumplings. Look at that. Still steaming. Yes, sir. We're going to rip into that any second now. Assuming we don't get a beaver attack. When beavers attack, the movie. Alright, enough of that. I'm going to chill out by my little heater and have me some dinner and watch a movie. Anyhow, guys, we will see y'all next time. Thank you for coming along on our little camping trip. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed our little visit, you know. And we will see you guys next time. Next time we go out. We'll see you guys then. But until then, like I said, thank you for watching. And if you know anybody likes this kind of stuff, you know, likes the outdoors, likes camping and adventure and fun, send them our page. Tell them about us, you know. We'll do our best to keep them entertained and keep them out of your hair. How about that? All right, guys. We will see y'all next time. Y'all have a really good one. Leo out.